Alright, I guess it's part 4 on the Mustang. It's Saturday morning, about 5 o'clock, 5:30, 6, I don't know. Pulling the door apart here. Just pulled the clip out for the door lock. Comes out pretty easy. And be sure to take that off if you're changing the color, because you can't get color behind there and it'll just peel. So, we don't want no peeling. Now for the speaker. Some hidden bolts here, hidden bolts. Well, so I watched the videos this morning. Saw the rigs fixed. Lumberjack, we're gonna have to rename him, man. Those guys are serious about staying warm, huh? So, HPR had some new videos. I think this camera broke. I think mine's ready to break. Keeps losing focus all the time. So, I don't know what's going on with these, there we go. There we go. So, Jeff from Photo Finish, what's going on, man? You look a little down. Hope everything's all right. Sometimes the bumps in the road make us better people. I don't know. Hopefully you're not going through too much. Jeff's a good guy. I know a lot of you guys watch his videos. I'm always waiting for the next one. Maybe we'll start seeing some more videos of him doing collision work, but I'm sure he's probably harder to film when he's working over in that shop. So, probably more guys over there that don't want to be on camera. Alright, I gotta go get the hook tool for this one. Commercial break. We gotta take doors apart. This is a really good tool to have. I'll hook you on the end there. I think you can get that off the Matco truck. But it gets into all the little spaces that nothing else will get into, like this right here. So it's good for taking clips off the doors too. Well, this clip's just being a pain in the butt here. Leave it to Ford, you know. Space is so tight in here, it's grabbing the tool and doesn't let it pry up, so bear with me here. We'll get it. Come on, clip gods, there we go. Belt molding off, had to drill a rivet for that, that's off. Now we're going to take the mirror off. So, stripping the Mustang down. Got Gaden coming over today to work on the bus. Try to get it done. Trying to do it for free, you know, so I can work on that when I got other stuff to do. But it's not getting done fast enough, so. They want me to get it in primer so they can take it to their house and do the inside, but they don't understand, you know, get it in primer is the hard part, you know, doing all the body work. You just can't prime it. So, so we'll probably do, you know, a couple hours, 9, 10, 15 hours of body work on it today, and it'll look just like it does now, because it needs probably 100 hours worth of stuff done to it, and that's hard to explain to people, I know, especially when they've never done a restoration before. Don't just happen. I wish it happened quicker, you know. Wouldn't be so hard to do. That's why they call it body work. Kate wants to send Jen over here like she can do something, but I mean, you know, basically she's just going to be watching me because I only have one air hose. So, it's rocking a hard spot job. There you go, man. This is a good idea, or a good reason why you want to take this stuff off. Let me get the camera off here. I'm sure you guys are still sick after those bike week videos. You can see how I've cleaned this car 4 or 5 times now. I washed it, I've D-Dayed it, Scotch sprayed it, and you can see all this dirt hiding under the mirror. So that's the kind of crap that you can't get when you tape the mirror off. You should go by there with 20 pounds, 25, 30 pounds of air pressure. It blows that stuff out and it's all over your paint. So that's where the dirt comes from. There was a lot of dirt up under here. So that only took us a few minutes to pull that door panel off and get our lock out. Take this off, pull our mirror off, our belt molding off, our belt molding back here. And that'll get our paint all the way to the top and less of a chance to peel from the molding. So yeah, like this paint that blew underneath here, there's no way that that had ever been sanded. So, you know, this will get sanded now. Probably go ahead and pull that rubber out. That's the mirror stand. I think it comes out of this. But yeah, got to get the bumpers off. I got my stepbrother coming over today. He needs some money, so we're gonna let him pull the bumpers off because that's a brand new bumper. There's no way I'm gonna be able to get up behind the headlights and stuff. So, and this stuff just comes apart too easy on this car. It's like a snap together Lego. So we just took that headlight out that easy. And those headlights will probably sand down and clear. Jeff just did a thing on his video on how much better the headlights look after you do that. So that's one of the things I do at car lots. Sometimes I'll do headlights when they get all yellow. We'll take them out and sand them and clear them. And miss both of those. If you clear them, the clear will give you the UV protection that is burned off of the mirror. That's usually what turns yellow. So a lot of guys will just try to buff them out, and that's it. And that don't work too good. Before you know it, you're turning yellow again. Hey, it's locked. Of course it's locked. Alrighty, here we go. Should get it. That shit's still locked. Maybe I just bring the key with me. So yeah, we went out to dinner last night, and you guys ever get a stinky waitress? I mean, stink, E, with a capital E. I about threw up. Every time she come over to take the order, I was like, ugh. And nobody else caught a whiff of it until, you know, the second or third time she walked up, and then it wasn't so funny anymore. I was embarrassed for the girl, man. It was terrible. Ford's got a little rivet there. Some cars have a screw. I guess I like to rivet it. Probably sell that rivet, I'm sure, too. Alrighty. So at least we know where the bolts are all hiding now. These are a pain in the ass right here, man. Pain in the knees. Yep. Rick Fix, saw him, Mr. Lumberjack. Who else did we see? HBR and his daughter Katie in the body work. Greg Porter and his plastic cutter. So Rick Fix got his t-shirts finally in Canada. I think they take that stuff once it gets to the border, it must go horseback the rest of the way. But, what are you gonna do, man? Can't leave your buddies in Canada out. It just takes longer to get to them. So old Matt at Shut Your Face Garage is still dreaming, probably drooling on his pillow right now. Hope you got to enjoy some videos. Alrighty. Screw, I know it's in there. There's that. Oh, this one's got a plug in it. Little clippy back here. Go. There's that. There's that. So this is probably going to be a boring video, but you know, hey man, maybe somebody wants to see how I take a Mustang door apart, I don't know. But Tommy Shoot, man, I hope I see another video from him this weekend. I like the last one, I like it when his wife gets in the videos, that's cool. Saw her in the background in the fan there, shooting the peace signs. Same deal on this clip. It's just backwards on this one instead of being this way. It's this way. This is hard to get to. There we go. Man, that's Guden tight. I think this was a German car. There we go. Alrighty. Undo the mirror next. Part 3 or part 4 on this car, I don't know. Hopefully we'll get this rolling. I like to have this completely primed this weekend. And we start laying base next week. We're gonna do some stripes and stuff on this, so or something. I don't know exactly what we're gonna do. So that'll be cool. These already been in here, sides taped up. Alright, at least they put tape on it. There's no door lock on this side, that's great. Less work for me. Cheaper for Ford. Alright, well that's it. Got that door ripped apart. We got our mirror off. Belt molding off. Get the tools out of there. Same thing on this side, it's loaded up with the dirt. Anywhere dirt can hide, you want to try to get off, because it only hides till you start spraying the clear. As soon as you start laying the clear down, all the dirt comes out. So we don't want any dirt. There we go. Yeah, we'll have Hans pull the fender well out and get that out later. Alrighty. Our headlights. Can you see down here? Can you see me? Can you see me, Matt? I think I need to adjust the damn camera again. Dude, there we go. Yeah. So yeah, man. I had a little cruise video last night for you guys. A little shaky. That's the truck, man. Big old truck. We didn't get a chance to get out of the truck because we had the kids with us, so we'll have to maybe go back over there and get some of the bars and stuff tonight. I got some biker chicks for Musty One. You wanted to see biker chicks, got them. And, got the two girls in the Mustang. That was pretty good. Those girls were pretty young. I think either those guys were, I don't know, maybe those were their dads. That was funny. So anyway, I'm just taking the grill and stuff out up here. Sorry about the shitty camera work. But we want to make this as nice as possible. So the more stuff you can take off, the better. The problem is you got to put everything back on that you take off, so remember that. Alrighty. It's awful quiet in the morning time. Alrighty, I think that's about it. I'll fix this dent today. The other side's about ready to tape up and prime now. So that's good. I got this side ready for some primer. So I'll get the roof primed with the direct metal primer. I seem to like the regular primer better personally, but I guess if you wanted to forego the epoxy primer or etch primer process, you could use that direct metal primer and it would work. I had a customer just last week that, let me find my glass cleaner. He tried to prime over bare steel with regular primer and it didn't stick. So, you guys that are using the 2K primer over bare steel and having luck with it, it's just a matter of time before it doesn't work. So, like I said, at NACE there was a couple different companies that released that direct to metal primer. They were all 4-to-1s, and I think they were all like a, you know, medium solid primers. The direct metal primer seemed much thinner than the regular 2K prime. It went through the filter pretty quick. So, although it looks like it has some build, I don't think it's going to be super high build, you know. So if you were going over something that you were going to block and try to get straight, that might not be the product to use. If you're, you know, the kind of guy that gets stuff really straight before you prime it, that might be for you. I think it just comes in gray. Somebody asked me what colors it came in. I think gray is it, I think. So, yeah. I know our other primer comes in yellow or buff or gray. I always get it in gray. I don't know, the yellow primer. So if this was a higher end job, we'd be taking all the glass out of this car, but this guy's on a budget. I can respect the budget, so you know, we'll take as much off as we can, but we have to have a stopping point. And we're about there. I'm not going to have the windshield or the back glass pulled out. And these quarter glasses are staying in. We'll leave the door glass in. But I think we'll be able to do a nice job on it. I don't think we're going to compromise the quality of the job any. I've already painted these jams, so I have to back tape them for the primer, so I don't get primer in here. And I hope they sanded them good, and the 2-inch tape doesn't pull their jam work off. We're gonna find out. We will find out in a little bit. I think on the sides here, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going back to the 2K primer. Put 2K on this, and I'll go ahead and get some etch primer out, and we'll etch our bare metal spots first, and then we'll lay our 2K over that. I think we got like a 30-minute wait after I lay the etch prime down, and then we can go right to town with the 2K. So we'll be doing that today. Rick will be priming his Mustang, and I'll be priming mine. See? Tell you what, man. I think if you've watched the Rick Fix for a while, I know a lot of us have. He should get the most improved body, man, for sure. His first videos, I mean, you know, he's come a long way since he was working on that Caravan. I think it was one of the first jobs I saw him do, and for him to take that Mustang on, that was a pretty big step. I'm sure a lot of you guys thought the same thing I did, that he was getting over his head, but got to give you kudos, Rick Fix. Stayed with it, and it looks like you're at the end of the rainbow there, man. And I think you did a fantastic job on that Mustang for what you had to work with. And hopefully you gained a lot of experience for your Nova. And you don't seem to have any problem with the dedication part of it. I mean, we've watched him learn how to weld. He's bought his own welder. Guys, you know, learned a little bit about the materials he's using. So I think if you watch the Rick Fix there, you guys are just starting out. There's a guy that was doing it for a while, and he was willing to put everything that he knew down and take the advice of all us guys in YouTube, and now he's turning out some really nice work. So definitely think he's the most improved since I've been watching anyway. So that's cool. See somebody learning a skill right in front of you. You know, he had the basic foundation, but he's definitely honing his talent. I think that's cool. You know, guys like James Freddy that answers people's emails and gives them a really good, explanation of what's going on. You know, a lot of you guys know that, well, a lot of you guys don't know, I guess. Told Tommy Shoe. Tommy Shoe knows the whole story. But I had pretty much 2 closed-in head injuries, or whatever they call them. Head injuries. The one was from the tire hitting me in the head, and the other time that killed some brain cells. I was having a procedure done on my back, and they dropped me off the surgery table onto the floor and broke my nose and knocked all my teeth out, and yeah. So that wasn't a good experience. Closed head injury, that's what they call it. It's like when you get a bad concussion. You lose a little bit of your speech. I had a little stroke. They had me on some medicine that wasn't right, and caused me to have like a mini stroke, I guess. And I lost some of the function on the right side of my body, and my speech is messed up now. But you know, a lot of you guys out there want to, I don't know, I try to give you the answer like a working man answer, I guess. You know, I basically do it. I've been doing it for 30 years, so every day. So I can basically show you better than I can tell you. You know, it's in my head, but it won't come out of my mouth. So that's why, I'm glad there's guys like Jeff out there that can, articulate it and explain it to the guys that want the more technical version of it. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. It's not that I don't have that information in my head, I just can't get it out and talk to you about it. I don't know. It just depends on the day. Some days it comes out, some days it just doesn't want to come out of my mouth, It's in there. I'm thinking it, but I can't say it. Or I don't use the word that I want to. So, I don't know how the brain works. It's a funny thing. But I know when you rattle it hard enough that you can do some damage. So, but I'm dealing with it, I think I've always been a little bit off, but that just added to it. So, but it mellowed me out a little bit, so that was good. And basically, I lost a lot of my friends that I had because, I don't know, they don't want to be around an idiot. But that's cool about YouTube. I'm making new friends now. I don't try to hide anything from you guys. I pretty much tell you like it is. Try to explain stuff so you got an idea of what's going on. I don't do any drugs, so, it's not from doing drugs. It's just something I got to deal with, and I remember after my accident I had to go to the psychologist, dude, and get all these tests done, and basically they figure out where you're at in life, whether you're retrainable for a different career or whatever. And I told all you guys I'm dyslexic, so that's pretty much what they did with kids when I was a kid. They put us in shop class. They didn't really have the tools they have now to help kids, and I don't even know if they have the tools to help kids now. I don't know, but when I had to do all my testing and stuff, it was sort of an eye-opener. I was disappointed with the results, of course, because they weren't very high. I think I'm on like about a 3rd grade or a 4th grade reading or writing level, and I just can't put it down on paper anymore. That part of my brain doesn't work, so. And it never really worked good before the accident, so. So I think I run off the right side of my brain. I don't know all the time. So that's why I like to do this. I wanted to get back out in the garage and start doing body work because that was the one thing that I was pretty decent at. And I'd lost the ability to do that from the accident, but slowly and surely it's coming back, I got a little less than it's not like it used to be. But I get by with it. If I look a little gimpy, that's a little bit of the story. And I used to take pretty good care of myself. All the shit happened in threes. I had my car accident, then I had dropped during the surgery. And then I guess the third thing was when the tire exploded. So, you just never know what's going to happen or when. And, yeah, I still can't put air in my tires. I hate it, man. Every time the tire goes flat on my car, it kills me. But I guess I'll get over that in time. There's a couple crazy videos on YouTube. You go on there with just type in tire explosion, and I can't watch them, but they're pretty good. Razor blade, oh razor blade. Not breakfast time yet, Cat. All right, well, the sun's starting to creep up out there. That's cool. So anyway, I thought I'd just mention that to you because some of you guys want more technical questions. I try to answer them, but a lot of times I'd rather just do a video and show you because I can't find the words. And then, explaining it to Andrea, she gets sort of aggravated with me, so that's the deal. But I ain't bitching. Still doing this shit. Just not as fast as I used to be. A lot faster. When I worked at Toyota, my nickname was Sarge. So all my buddies at Toyota, that's what they used to call me. I'm not Sarge anymore. We had some fun though. Those were the days at Toyota, man. I love that job. That's the best company I ever worked for. They just keep training you and training you. And they like to promote within the company. And it was a good deal. I mean, I worked with some really good people there. One painter I worked with is the general manager now for the body shop, so he's a really good guy. We used to, there was 3 of us. We were all on commission, when you're at a dealership, and we just help each other out. I mean, I come in at 5 in the morning because I like to wake up early, and I'd primer everybody's car. And I primer all the cars. I primer like 15, 20 cars at a time. And that way when they came in, they could get their stuff done and I could get in the booth quicker because, we sort of worked as a team there. And I think the 3 of us, we were turning about 1,100 hours a week. Pretty consistent out of the paint shop. And particular dealership was the #1 body shop in the country when I was there for 2 years. And it's not easy to do. It's a lot of cars every month. And we had a lot of really good body men. And I think we had 15 of them, and they were all capable of pumping out 200, 300 hours a week, some of them, depending on the hits. We had one express guy, he was always right around 250, and all he did was 5-hour jobs or under. So he just cranked cars out, man. He'd do bumper after bumper, fenders, and I think Toyota was the first to come up with that express lane program back in the late 90s. When they came up with the 5-hour under repair concept one day. And we got Fuku work from Allstate and Progressive when they went to that deal. They had one booth designated for 5-hour under repairs. They just pump out bumpers and mirrors and stupid little stuff, you know, that the insurance companies used to have put people in rental cars for. And once you start cutting that rental car number down, they'll start loading the work to you. Some of those videos I loaded up on my favorites explain how those programs work. And, James Freddy told me that, or Jeff, told me that they have a program called Key to Key out there in Arizona. And here it's about your CSI rating and your severity rate, and that's directly related to how long the customer's in the rental after the contract's closed. And the best class I've ever taken is the 3M lean process. Think of 3M as a sandpaper company or a tape company, but they have some outstanding training that they provide to shops, and they're one of the better on getting the technician organized and producing more hours through using your time more wisely. Time management is what they preach. It's like anything, the more you do it, the faster you get, and the more organized you are, the faster you are at it. And we got to where we put everything on carts at Toyota. We'd have a bumper cart, and you know, on the bumper cart you'd have everything to take a bumper off, you'd have everything to put a bumper on, you'd have a clip container there so you wouldn't have to be walking to the parts department to get a clip if you needed it. And basically shop owners are out there going, man, that hardware is expensive. Well, what you do is you give each technician their own bin, and you bend it to them, and they're responsible for their own clips. So if they start disappearing, you know right away. You inventory the bin every week, and it eliminates that process of having technicians walking all over the shops looking for bolts and nuts and clips. And we're probably able to produce another 25, 30, 40 hours a week just by putting clips in all the technicians' stalls. So stuff like that. The cart also had all the tools necessary to pull the bumpers off, of course. When I did the funny car stuff, it was the same way. Everything was in trays. I had a down tray for the oil pan. You know, it was for the motor. It'd have everything in there to pull the main caps off, the pan, check the bearings. And then I had one for my transmission stuff. I had everything in there to pull the can off, the tranny, the clutch. And it's just being organized, being able to grab your tools and do what you need to do and not have to look for stuff. They have a long drawn out thing in there about making toast and how complicated making toast is, and the process in making toast, and how you can speed the process up. And it's just a cool video to watch. That's just a tip of it. The class was a couple days long. That was the Toyota deal. They were teamed up with 3M also. And I think Toyota's doing all their own training now. You have the Toyota University in Jacksonville. It's right by the port there. And you can learn all kinds of cool stuff there. You learn why the bumpers don't match, because they're not painted the same place the car is. So, all kinds of cool stuff. Boring, boring, boring. Boring, boring, boring. Alright, I'm going to shut this video off because you guys are probably sleeping by now. And we'll get this turned back on. We're throwing some primer down. I'll go ahead and finish taping this up. Maybe make the McDonald's trip. I don't know. Alright guys, take it easy.